Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Hope you guys are doing well today. It is Tuesday, June 27th, and we are right there, folks, getting ready for the 4th of July weekend. And I hope you guys have some plans, picnicking, golfing, getting out of town, vacation, hanging out, just sitting in the pool in the backyard, whatever you guys are doing. This is Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Monday through Friday at noon, dedicated to the first responders and all the people doing very good to help us in our world, and especially dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch a little show about big things, a little show of fun. Local guy trying to have a little fun, folks. And we definitely do that. Having a great day today. It looks like it was going to be, it doesn't look like it might be that hot today. So I'm excited. We got a busy week coming up. To find out all the Tony Ocean details and bookings and shows, look at the Tony Ocean Facebook page, TonyOceanMusic.com. And to book a show, give us a call at 847-769-8609. Folks, let's get to our sponsors. We're brought to you by Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Norwich Displays, Evergreen Park in Warrenville. Always taking care of the neighbors, folks. Tune up your lawnmower for a spring tune-up. Starts at 105 plus parts. They are your neighborhood powerhouse. Looking up to spice your food and grill? Check out our spices, rubs, and sauces to add flavor to your barbecue fest, especially right around the corner on the 4th of July. Folks, gotta take our good friends from Ace Hardware, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. And if you're looking for a job in the Norwich area, they're hiring. Join their team of friendly, helpful people. Full-time garden center manager wanted. Competitive pay, sign-on bonus, qualifying benefits. Stop into our store and fill out an application, or contact melissa@norwichace.com. It's Ace Hardware, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods, folks. That's right, Ocean's Pit. And let's not forget our good buddies from Gorelli Pavement Service. Gorelli knows your curb your appeal in your home and business largely affected by concrete and asphalt. Gorelli's here to help keep your asphalt looking brand new with proper maintenance, which includes seal coating, crack filling, or patching. Gorelli also does driveways. Call Laura or Bar for a free estimate for any maintenance repairs you need. Gorelli Pavement Service, servicing Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. 815-271-5835. Tell them Tony O sent you. That's Gorelli Pavement Service. Oh, boy. What a great day, folks. What a great day it is. Of course, the phone always rings when I always go live. Anyway, don't forget also, folks, let's forget our good, not forget our good friends from Almost Home Foundation for Dogs. You know, every Tuesday I volunteer over there on Irving Park Road in Schaumburg. Great assortment of dogs, big, tall, all kind of breeds, all type of great dogs. They even have cats. Foster, adopt. They need supplies. They need funding. They need volunteers. Go to almosthomefoundation.org. Please give. Tell them Tony O sent you. All right. I hope you guys are having a great day. And it's nice to see. Let's see who's in the house today. Albert, Franny, Joanne, Richard, Tony Doe, Double T is in the house. Dennis, Lake Geneva. Hi, guys. I hope you're all getting ready for that wonderful 4th of July weekend. Now, we got a busy week. When tomorrow we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle with Double T, Tony Toto. That's a 7 o'clock hit. Thursday, we're back at the Flatiron Park, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, concert in the park. Yours truly with Jerry Jams and special guest Bill Saratella of Ocean's Rat Pack. I love that park, right by the water. Everything is right there. It's a fantastic place to go. That's Thursday. Friday, we're returning to Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg, 8 o'clock with Jerry Jams. Saturday's a private party in South Barrington or Inverness. That's a private affair. And Sunday, for all you rock and rollers out there in the Kenosha, Wisconsin area, it's the Celebration America Fireworks Kenosha Bash right on the water, 53rd and 3rd. It's Mojo's Jukebox, 9 o'clock p.m. It's the last show before they throw out all the fireworks. So it's right by the water. It's going to be a lot of fun, 60s, 70s, 80s. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mojo's Jukebox on July 2nd. Then I'll be out of town, folks. That's right. I'll be out of town on the Monday, through the Wednesday. I'll be in Land Lakes, Wisconsin, fishing. I'm going to go fishing, folks. And then we'll be back on the 6th for the Berkeley concert in the park. David Joseph says Chicago's air quality is currently the worst in the world. Take care all. That's a good point there, David. Of course, what happened with Canada coming in, and it was just horrible, everything. In the air, I think my mother-in-law is having the problems, too, because she has COPD, so they can tell can't spend too much time out there. A little crazy as it is. Rosemary, I hope you're doing well. Sandra Argento, Anthony Santangelo. You got to love my buddy Anthony and Carmela because you know what, folks? They're Trico hair experts recreating great hair days from Rosemont, Illinois. Call them 773-999-7888. That's Trico hair experts. Tell them Tony O sent you, everybody. Let's not forget our good buddies from Don Esteban Cigars getting ready to get your cigars for the holiday, folks. Javier will mail them out to you. 727-366-7536. They're hand-rolled and ready to go. Deutsch Power Center out of Elgin, Illinois, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center. 224-276-6550. Laura Ocean Solutions. Increasing profits while reducing credit card fees. You'll never have to shop again with Laura Ocean Solutions. And last but not least, Roy McCampbell, attorney at law. If you're looking for a good lawyer, he's the guy. Statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. Call Roy McCampbell, 708-275-4264. All right. So we got most of the sponsors out of the way for the first part of the show, folks. And thank you all for watching today. We got a lot of good things happening. Lillian, nice day. My sweet daughter Angela's visiting today. Best bartender out there at O'Toole's. So go to O'Toole's and say hello to Angela. Pat Lanzini, how you doing, my dear friend? I hope you're doing well. You're watching Ocean's Pit, and you know what time it is? It's time for the 2024 Chicago Music Cruise. We already booked 200 rooms. That's just Tony Ocean itself. It's going to be Tony Ocean, the Band, my other band, Mojo's Jukebox, and Seventh Heaven, Richie and the Boys. It's going to be January 7th, 2024 to January 14th. 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise, folks. Orlando, Florida, Coco Key, Bahamas, St. Martin, St. Thomas. Woo! Rock and roll on the water. Ocean on the ocean. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Oh, yeah. Love it, folks. All right. So, Kathy, how you doing? All the poor wildlife that are dying with the fire. So sad, Dennis. It's absolutely true. It's just crazy, folks. How about some stories here? Street panhandlers. You see them all over. They're out there on the corners at the lights in the streets. When you get off the ramps on the expressway, they're all out there, folks, peddling, trying to get money, and you know what? I'm a sucker. I give them something all the time because I believe in giving back. I really do. And there's scammers out there. There's some people out there that really need, and you know what? People say, go out and get a job, Yeah, I got all that. And most of them maybe try. I don't know. I don't know these people personally, but you know what it's like. They're out there. And I give because that's just me. But I don't like the scammers. I'll give you an example. Years ago when we had Jilly's down on Rush Street, there used to be a guy that used to sit in between the buildings. So when you walk into Jilly's, you can't miss this guy. He's missing one right leg. And he's got his cup. You're giving him stuff, and you're talking, and everybody's, and he's probably making a great penny from all the people who used to go to Jilly's. And I was there for many years. I remember one night going down to work, and I noticed his right leg was okay, his left leg. So he must have been tired. And I go, wasn't your right leg missing last week? Now your left leg is? So you got to watch out for those scammers. They're out there. Just be careful. I believe it's here. Packy's in the house. Daryl Armenstad. How you doing, brother? Our prayers go out to Colorado, too, everything that's going out there. I mean, this world is coming to an end, man. It's just like every day you turn something on, it's always something bad. Always something bad. Tony the guy, what's up, baby? My co-star, we're waiting, baby. Chicago Gangsters. We're waiting for that movie to start filming. Years ago, I saw this woman standing by a car holding a kid who said her son was sick and she needed to take him to a doctor. I gave her my last $3. The next day, she was scamming a man giving her gas. There's a lot of scammers out there. Some people know the system. They know how to work it. You just got to be careful. But I always give something because karma always comes back. But you just got to be careful out there because these days they can help, put a gun to your head. I don't know. It's just crazy. It really is. I don't know. Just nuts, folks. How about this? Mundelein man sentenced. Now here's a guy. You're talking about DUIs. I had one years ago. Maybe all of you had one. Maybe some people don't want to admit it. Some people do. Hey, it is what it is. It happens. But this particular guy here, Mundelein man sentenced to probation. Okay. He's driving drunk. He hit a squad car, leaving the deputy in the squad car severely injured. This is in Volvo. He's from Mundelein, so this is Volvo, Illinois. Now he's drunk. He hits a squad car. He leaves the deputy in the car injured, and all he gets is probation and a fine. No jail time, no nothing. So the moral of the story is it who you know? Because even if his record was clean, you can't, what's wrong with these people? Carlo Rodriguez, member, my good friend Carlo, how you doing, buddy? Back to blue. And please give a belated birthday to Max Marino. I think we mentioned that a couple days ago. Lisa's son, Max. Hope she's doing well. Who had one? There you go. So, again, a Mundelein man, drunk driver, hits a squad car. The deputy is injured. He leaves the scene of the crime, and all he gets is probation. Unbelievable. And it is when my dad was a Chicago cop. If I ever got a clue, he would have disowned me. Yeah, there you go. So it is what it is. It's very sad. Baseball season is here, folks. Whether you're a Cubs, Sox fan, I'm a diehard Yankee fan. It's only just a game. Just like the Grand Canyon is just a hole. Some people are really into baseball, folks. And I like baseball playoffs, World Series. I love that. It's my favorite. I didn't have one. I have a driver. Good for you, Lillian. I have a driver for many years, too. Very good. Also, our prayers again to all people in those Ocean Gate adventure to try to go see the Titanic. 111 years go by, ladies and gentlemen. The Titanic is still claiming lives. The one guy they just talked to from Las Vegas, businessman, he gave up his seat. He was supposed to be on that adventure, expedition, as they call it. But they interviewed him saying, I just knew things weren't safe. But he believed Stockton Rush, whatever, he just said that he believed that the CEO of this Ocean's Gate really thought it was safe, even though he got red flags everywhere. Crazy. I love this quote by David Bowie. Sing is an ordinary process, whether you become the person or you always should have been. Aging is an extraordinary process whereby you become the person you always should have been. Now, people say, Tony, it's just an age. I really believe it's just an age. Now, I know, look, you guys know who follow me, if you know me personally, my eyes, shot. My ears, shot. Hair, fake. We all know that. And as you get older, it is what it is. I know guys out there at an older age that are out, exciting. They go out at night. They go dancing. They go golfing. They go see entertainment. And that's what keeps them. That's what keeps them young, folks. I really do believe that. I think that's important. So forget the age. Don't live your age. Live your life, man. Go out and enjoy. Will you play for me the Dennis wedding reception? Tony Ocean, will you play for me and Dennis wedding reception? If I'm available, I'll love to play your wedding reception, Rhonda. God bless you, man. But I look good. Thank you, Pat. You and my mother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kathy, how are you doing, my dear friend? All right, Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Um, if you're into Megadeth, just one of their very first drummers passed away. Lee Munch passed away at the age of 58 years old. Condolences to the heavy metal band Megadeth. This was probably one of their very first drummers when they first started. Reading the story about Jerry Lewis. Speaking of celebrities, Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis was a comic genius. Of course, started with Dean Martin. Jeremy, and they took over the world. They were bigger than Beatlemania when they first came out, Martin and Lewis. They were huge. Movies, concerts, and whatever they did. And of course, the bitter breakup. And then, of course, the reunion in 77 when Frank Sinatra put them all together. And it was the longest standing ovation on television when they hugged. But Jerry Lewis, they said, I met Jerry Lewis once. And I was performing at the Riviera Ballroom in Las Vegas, and he was performing at the MGM. And the late, great Nick Caruso Sr., Nick's father. And he goes, Tony, I got a call. I'm sleeping. I'm hungover from the night before from playing. And so Jimmy Cerrone, my agent at the time, calls me. And I said, Jimmy, I can't talk. I'm tired. Boom. Well, then Nick Sr. called. Now, when Nick Sr. called, you picked up the phone and you listened. He goes, get your ass over to the MGM now. I go, holy shit, what's going on? So I go all the way up to the penthouse. I walk in, there's Jimmy, there's Nick Sr., and there's Jerry Lewis. I'm going, holy shit. And sitting here listening to all the stories of Jerry Lewis, and you watched him when he was all his movies, you laughed your ass off. But man, they said it was two sides of this guy. This guy was brutal, especially when he got his back problems, started taking all these drugs and stuff, and his moods and everything changed. And people said he was even though he was a genius, but he was not a very friendly man. He had 6 children, folks. Obviously, he didn't get along with his kids, or his kids didn't get along with him because he left them not one dime. All 6 kids got nothing. Nothing. Now, you hear stories like that all the time. Oh, my God. All 6 of them? Seacrest is a new Sajak. I hear different. I hear Tom Berenger. Berginger, whatever. We'll talk about that, Lillian. Johnny G, what's up, my brother? I hope you're doing well, pal. Knock 'em dead this weekend when you're playing your gigs. Nina, how you doing, honey? Great seeing you on Sunday. Rounds the best. See some England. Oh, there you go. Gotta love England. I love England. Love England. Anyway, Jerry Lewis, not leaving a dime to any of his kids. Wow. You figure 1 or 2 were good. All 6 of them were bastards, or you didn't want to give them anything? I would hate to be in that situation, to have all that money and fame, and I don't know. I know you don't leave your kids. You don't give them anything. You're a millionaire, billionaire, maybe. I don't know. You don't leave them anything. I don't know the story. We weren't there, but God damn, it's crazy. How about speaking of celebrities, according to CNN, human remains found in the California wilderness. Actor Julian Sands was missing a few months ago, and they finally found him. He was a character actor. I don't know off the top of my head those shows that he was in, but he was an actor. And, went missing. And they found him in the California wilderness. Very, very sad, folks. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. There's a place called the Fry, Fyre. It's a restaurant. And Daryl Armistad's watching. He's a vegan. Hasn't eaten meat in 24 years. According to this restaurant, he banned all vegans from the restaurant. And since he did that, sales and reservations are coming in. He's made more money ever for saying that vegetarians have a mental illness. Now, I don't know this guy, this chef. I don't care to know this guy. Uh, People can do whatever they want with themselves. If this is the way they feel to live their life and eat, then God bless them. You know how hard it is? And I see Daryl all the time, and he's a great entertainer, musician, composer. He does it all. And I see him at a lot of our gigs, and it could be fancy restaurants, and bands get to eat and stuff, and he brings his own food, and he sticks to his diet. He sticks to what he likes to eat. Anybody that does that, you got to give him credit, man, because when you're in that temptation, he's been doing it for so long. So I don't know about this restaurant Fry, Fyre. And I really don't care, but he said he can't ban these people from coming into a restaurant. Come on, folks. Just crazy. Uh, Takes a lot of willpower. With the crazy world that we're living in here, folks, you know what makes headlines? TMZ, first of all. They report anything. Justin Bieber coming out of a restaurant and can't stop grabbing his crotch. That's another thing I can't stand. What's with all this crotch grabbing? Ever see the rappers and they're all grabbing their crotch all the time? Now, I see if you're a baseball player trying to fix the jock because it might be moving here and there. Okay. But these guys with their pants down to here, and why do we really need to know that Justin Bieber's grabbing his balls or grabbing his crotch coming out of a restaurant? Why does that have to be headlines? Maybe you should wash. Maybe take some soap, Justin. You make enough money. Wash your balls and everything would be fine. Unbelievable. And this stuff makes headlines. Makes headlines on TMZ. He's really, here he is, coming out of the restaurant. Look, he's grabbing his balls. Really? Richard, yeah, they got something wrong down there. If it's not VD, it's crabs or something. Or Double T said he's trying to find it. Yeah, he probably doesn't have one. There you go. That's sick news. That's not. There you go, Patricia. I agree with you. Why is that stuff even out there? Patricia's absolutely right. Patricia Marie, I hope you do. It's crazy. They got nothing else. Here you go. Robert Provenzano said Jerry Lewis was worth $10 million when he died, and he didn't leave his kids. All 6 kids did not leave them a penny. Clean your ass, Brian. There you go, Governor. Why is this stuff? It's crazy. It's even crazier that I'm mentioning it, folks. Ocean's Pit, let us show about big things. Time for our sponsors, Armando Supermarkets in Elgin. Buy local, shop local. Danny Mazzi, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Tell them Tony O sent you. And don't forget Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair, go to crashchampions.com. That's right, crashchampions.com. You're watching Ocean's Pit. We've got birthdays, folks, but before we got some shows coming up next week. July 6th will be the Berkeley concert in the park. July 7th, back at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. July 8th, we'll be back in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin at the Getaway, which is right in the French Country Inn. Me, Jams, and Toto, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 to 7. That's the Getaway in the French Country Inn, Lake Geneva. John Alamo, Chris, and I will be at Butte, Montana for her dad, Robbie Knievel's memorial, performing for a private memorial on Saturday, public memorial on Sunday. Going to be a tough weekend. I'll be there. Christian prayers for this weekend. Yes, I talked to Kristen yesterday. Kristen Knievel. We're talking about the daughter of the late Robbie Knievel and the granddaughter of the great superhero Evel Knievel. She said she's doing a memorial for her dad. And that is fantastic. You guys, Johnny, I'm sure you guys will knock them out. I'm sure Kristen's dad, Robbie, is looking down, and so is her grandfather, and proud of her and proud of you guys for doing this memorial. I hope you guys raise money, whatever you guys are trying to do for Robbie Knievel and Evel Knievel, for his legacy of these 2 great superheroes. They really were entertainers. Jumping over mountains and jumping over trucks and jumping over buses. when I was a kid, Evel Knievel was the real superhero. You had Batman, Superman. They weren't real people. These guys, a father and son, doing something. We all watched World Sports, ABC, when Evel Knievel tried to jump over the tower or whatever in Las Vegas in the Grand Canyon. And it's just incredible. And the legacy that he left. And Christian, a sweet lady, great voice. She was with us. Hopefully she'll be back with us on July 29th at the Speakeasy in St. Charles. John, knock 'em dead this weekend. Vince Amore, hello, my friend. Don't forget, folks, what else we got coming up? August 18th, Taylor Street Italian Fest with the Main Event Band. August 19th, returning to Mars Resort in Lake Geneva. And August 20th, at the Forget About It Vineyard and Winery. It's Ocean's Rat Pack, Galena, Illinois, with special guest Vince Amore as Tony Bennett. It's going to have dinner out on the deck. There's also seats in the lawn. Check it out, forgetaboutit.com winery. Check it out. It's going to be fun. Sting also isn't leaving his kids a penny. Asked him about it in Italian Village. All right, there you go, the great Italian Village downtown. Governor, I hope you start singing again, my friend. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I will see you at the getaway. I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. So those are great stuff that's coming up. More dates, folks. Like, again, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Let's say some birthdays. Speaking of Mars, Scott Poole, the manager of Mars, celebrates a birthday. Happy birthday, Scott. My good buddy, Jimmy Place, great guy in Chicago, one of the guys who bought in Priscilla Presley, and a big promoter, great guy in Chicago. Jimmy, happy birthday, buddy. Lionel Messi, one of the greatest soccer players of all time, 36 years old, celebrates a birthday. Kurt Smith from the band Tears for Fears celebrates a birthday. Bob Fosse, of course, the great dancer and choreographer, the great Bob Fosse, celebrates a birthday. David Patch, the original keyboard player, singer from the band Toto, celebrating a birthday. How about June Lockhart? She was in a TV show called Lassie and better known as Cartwright, of course, from Lost in Space. Cartwright? Was that the right names? I don't know. But anyway, June Lockhart. There you go, folks. Jimmy Kid Dynamite. Jimmy Walker from Good Times, celebrating a birthday, 76 years old. Mick Jones from the only band that matters, The Clash. Then also he was in Big Audio Dynamite, the great Mick Jones. Ricky Gervais, great comic from England, 62 years old. Loved it when he did the Emmys or the Grammys or the Academy Awards and just ripped on everybody. I loved it. He was just told the truth, and that's what I loved about this guy. Very good. Patti Smythe, my favorite female singer, songwriter, used to be in Scandal, the great Patti Smythe. George Michael from Wham, and you gotta have faith. 60 years old, George Michael, folks. And the wife of Governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, Casey DeSantis, the wife of the governor and future running for president, Ron DeSantis' wife, Casey, celebrating a birthday. Let's not forget Al Maloriano, folks. He was better known as Murray the Cop on The Odd Couple, and he was from Al's Diner from Happy Days. Our good friend from the south side of Chicago, Jody Bowen, celebrates a birthday. Happy birthday, Jody. Derek Jeter, my captain, New York Yankees. Derek Jeter celebrates a birthday. Sean Hayes from Will and Grace celebrates, and another good friend of ours, Lucy Klein, celebrating a birthday today. I hope you guys are doing well. And here at Ocean's Pit, 12:30, half hour of more good stuff, folks. How about this man? Man in shock. Buys a lottery ticket. Fantasy 5 for $1. A month later, he finds it in his wallet, folks. This man was from Michigan. Freaked out, found this lottery card in his wallet. He won $200,000, and it's been in his wallet for a month. He completely forgot about it. Oh, now that's a surprise, folks. That's a surprise. How about it? That's definitely a surprise. God bless him, folks. Jogging in the Elk Grove area, folks. An elk, when you're jogging, folks, and you're out in the wilderness, you never know what you're going to run into. You got to be careful with animals, folks. Elk started chasing this guy. Oh my God. I'm not a jogger, and that's probably one of the reasons why. Even though I love wilderness, I don't want to get chased by an elk. So I'm telling you, even today, at the Almost Home Foundation for Dogs, we walk 10, 15 dogs a day. And there's one, I think his name was Half Fantasy. I forgot the dog's name, but he was fine for the first part of the walk. All of a sudden, he smelled my shoe. I wear a pair of shoes. It's funny, a pair of shoes that I wear during the day, just the slip-ons. And our dog Bella comes upstairs, grabs the shoe, and takes it down by her house. So the dog must have smelled the dog on the other shoes and just kept attacking my feet, not biting, but just trying to rip them off. Here I am in the middle of the street trying to walk this dog. Oh, it was the funniest thing in the world, but it's love animals. All right, folks, US FDA approves Pfizer's hair loss drug. Is it possible? Is it possible to bring back hair? I don't know. But the US FDA approves Pfizer, so it's got to work. How about those shots? They really worked, didn't they? Anyway, folks, how about this? The first U.S. ordained woman rabbi. Congratulations. You know what? Why not? Why not? Let her be a rabbi if she could be one. God bless you. Speaking of celebrities, folks, no jabs for me either. That's right, Johnny. You're right, guys. Rod Stewart. People thinking that why is he still singing? Why is he out there doing what he's doing? You know what? If he can still sing and he's still selling out concerts, I'm talking stadiums here, let him sing. His kids and family said he spend more time with the kids and family, but it's Rod. It's in him. You're an entertainer. You can't quit. My voice, if it's there, if it goes, then I have to come up with something else. If people stop coming to my shows, then I'm going to have to think of something else to do. But I can't take that away from me. And Rod Stewart can't take it away from him either. And he shouldn't have to. If he can still carry a note and he still looks good, then he shouldn't have to retire. I saw Rod Stewart last year. He can sing and dance. Yeah, it's amazing. He takes care of himself. Look at Mick Jagger. I don't dance. I just stand in one corner and hold my drink. That's hard enough, keeping a balance. But you know what? He shouldn't have to retire. Good for him. God bless him. I talked about this yesterday. The UFC fights. Elon Musk, the man behind Twitter, is asking the Zuckerberg from Facebook for a fight in the cage. Like I said yesterday, I wouldn't pay to see it, but if it happens, it would be huge. I think people would love to see it. I wouldn't mind watching highlights of it. I wouldn't pay pay-per-view to see it. I wouldn't get a ticket to go see it, but it would be cool. They should have that. Remember, I forgot the name of it. It was a cartoon when I was a kid. They were clay models. Remember, they were wrestling and celebrity match, whatever it was, celebrity, and they would be like President Kennedy against President Nixon, and they would beat the hell out of each other and cut each other up. It was so funny, but they were made out of clay. There you go. Thank you, Richard. Celebrity death match, and it was Pee Wee Herman against and they would make up these people, these celebrities, claymation, and I love the claymation stuff. But that is pretty funny stuff, man. And this is what it is. Two giant celebrities, giant millionaires. At least they're going to beat the shit out of each other instead of coming up with a submarine. Let's go see the Titanic. And these guys are billionaires. So at least they're doing it in the ring and just hurting each other. So God bless, folks. Mike Sansone, Arizona, posted Arizona this week. The high, 112. The average is 106. And the record high, 122 degrees. Are you nuts? I thought Florida was bad. Florida's bad enough. It's hot and you're still in bed by 6:30 at night. Arizona. Michael, how do you do it, my friend? The high was 112. The average is 106. And the record high, 122 in Arizona, folks. Holy crap. But it's dry heat. Oh, absolutely. I'm going to have to tell you one thing, though. I was in Arizona last year with the Rat Pack, and we did Chicago West Fest. And it was like 6 o'clock at night. And we wore tuxes because the Rat Pack wears tuxes. So we went on stage. I can tell you, I didn't break out a sweat. I thought I was going to be soaked, thinking, ahead of time, thinking this is what's going to happen. My God, we're going to have to be in tuxedos playing outside. It really wasn't bad. But Arizona, 112, the high, you got to be out of your mind. If I want to get high, I'll do something else here at home in air conditioning, not in Arizona. Kill, what's up, my brother? I hope you're doing well. Record also Arizona with only 1% humidity. There you go. Well, that's a good point there, Eric Todd. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Eric and Gil de La Place. Hope you're doing well, Gil. Keep playing, keep doing your stuff. A little oven. There you go, Johnny G. All right. Looks like it's going to happen, folks. It's out of the bag. The new host for Wheel of Fortune, Tom Berginger. He was around many times doing a lot of different game shows. He's going to take over Pat Sajak's spot, according to Cosmopolitan magazine. I liked him. Tom Berenger, whatever I think his name is. If I'm pronouncing it right, Berger. Not to get confused with the actor. But good for him. I always liked him. He had a good look to him. He had a good sound on his voice. Well, there's other sad news on the Today Show, if you watched it. The 19-year-old kid who died and his father and his son, they went on the trip in that Ocean Gate expedition to the Titanic. Should have been Vanna. But Vanna's got a new contract, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Confirmed that Ray Seacrest is the new host. All right, Lori, so who knows? Cosmopolitan says it's not, so who knows? Either or. But you know what? I'm sick of seeing that Ryan Seacrest on everything. Why don't we start? Everything. Everything. Every talk show, every dance, every award show, everything he's doing. Next thing he's be doing, hi. Well, I'm not only a client, but he's going to do hair commercials and he's going to do, toilet paper commercials. You're squeezing in it. I'm sick of this guy. New Year's Eve, he's trying to be Dick Clark. There's never going to be another Dick Clark. Oh, Dancing on the Stars. Well, let him keep dancing. Let him stay over there. Anyway, here it is, according to today's show, folks. There's a mother. Now, you knew the father and the son that went down on that expedition on Ocean Gate. Of course, unfortunately, they both perished. But be known, according to today's show, the mother of the 19-year-old kid was supposed to go on that expedition with her husband. She backed out. The son went in its place. This woman has got to feel. Do you imagine what this woman must be going through right now? Losing her 19-year-old son. It should have been her. Wow. That is completely. How do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself? Right, Patricia? I can't phantom that. It's bad enough when you lose a pet, let alone, it should have been her. I don't know. You always hear that when the sons or children die of the family. They say, why didn't you take me? I'm 19-year-old. He has a whole life to live. And he was doing something that his father said, come on, mom can't go. You come with me. Let's go. And of course, you want to make your dad happy. He's a billionaire. Thank you, Patricia. I blame the father as well. Boyd, what do you got to say today? Master of Misery. There you go, buddy. So, wow. I can't phantom him, just like Patricia said. I cannot phantom. Father says, "Love, Mom can't go. Come on, let's go." Father-son thing. Let's do it. How about picking up a ball and playing ball outside? How about taking them to a game, which he probably done. Mom, these are billionaires. When you have that much money, you've done everything. You're bored with the 8 houses and the cars and the trips and everything else you've done. You're bored. Let's why don't you just try drinking Drano one day? Just sit around and see how much Drano we can drink before we die. Horrible. But Patricia, you're absolutely right. The father bring the son. Father should have went down by himself. Don't take your family. Ugh. I don't want to talk about that, folks. You're watching Ocean's Pit. Are you ready for NASCAR? No. Let it stay in Nashville. A lot of people get into that stuff, but not on Lakeshore Drive or the naked bike ride. When is that going to happen again? Remember that? Would they still do that every year, or was it just one time? Well, then they go down Michigan Avenue, everybody was naked riding on the bike. It's not that comfortable riding on a bike when you got pants on, let alone when you're naked on a seat on a 10-speed. Formula One here. That was the other day, the naked bike ride. All right, there you go. What are these people nuts? Try sitting on a bike for a long time with a pair of pants on. You got the boutons, you got the pants. You're still like this, but now you got no pants on. Bud Light sponsoring that? Too soon? Boom, boom, boom. It's Twilight Zone. You're right, Rick. Crazy. Naked bike ride. All right, speaking of Wheel of Fortune, Vanna White has lawyered up. Now, when her and Pat Sajak together on that show, Pat Sajak makes 5 times more the amount of money that Vanna White is making. Now, Pat Sajak does the talking. He sits there, doesn't do much work except sit there with the microphone talking to the panelists, the guests, and talking to the studio audience and talking to the commercial when it's a commercial break. 5 times the amount of money. Vanna White's doing all the work back there, pulling those letters here and there. I don't think she would have been a good host. Keep her where she's at, but she's got to make more money. And she's lawyered up, so there's big contracts, big talking going on those negotiations with Vanna White. Should be interesting, folks. All right, here's another topic. Remember when you heard here first, someone is going to die from this NASCAR bullshit. Richard, you're probably right. And I have no remorse for people like that. They take that. Listen, NASCAR, they do it. It's safe, supposedly, in their own, racetrack, but doing it out in Michigan Avenue. I know they're going to try to make it safe, but still, what's going to happen with the crowds and all the crime that's going on in the city of Chicago right now? Come on, Denise, you have an awesome day too, my friend. All right, here's another disturbing news, and I really don't care about what people do with themselves. I don't care what race you are or religion you are, if you want to be a chicken or whatever the hell you want to be, a man, a woman thing, I don't get it. But like I've been saying on this show, let these people grow up. Let these kids grow up to make their own decisions. Because when you die, they identify you. If you were a man, you are a man when you die. Your death certificate is going to say man or woman. And I don't care if that's what they do. When they get older, they want to judge themselves. They make their own decisions. More power to them. But not the kids. Not the kids. Let them grow up. Now, and here they are with with the people in drag and all this stuff. I don't care that stuff. But I don't like when they make comments like this. I'm going to tell you something I don't like, and I think it's very wrong, and something should be done about it. If these people want to do their parades and do what they do, God bless them. You're entitled to. We are in the land of the free. So far we are. United States of America, fine. This is in New York, the drag, they're marching with the drag, and they're all dressed. That's fine. But what they were saying while they were walking in the parade, what was coming out of the megaphone, it was coming out of certain people's mouth. The leader of this drag march in New York City, his quote was, "We're coming for your children." That I can't get. That is unacceptable. You want all this attention on you. You want to be accepted. Fine, do what you got to do. But we're coming for your children, like the guy in what was it, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, when they had the guy who was a child catcher. Remember, he'd catch these kids and put them in a cage and bring them to the king. We're coming for your children. Google it yourself, Fox News. And there you go with that whole naked bike thing. There you go, Johnny. As long as Chicago politicians get their money, they don't care. Absolutely. And they had a naked man, naturalist, walking around where children were, walking around with your shit hanging down like that when there's kids in the streets. What's wrong with you people? Thank you, Richard. You come for my kid. I'll do the operation myself, too. I'll join you, Rich. I'd stand right next to you. I don't care what you do with yourself. You want to do your parades, you want to march, you want to do fine. You want to be a cat, you want to be a dog, you want to be a can opener today at school, then you can be a can opener. But don't sit there and tell me these drag queens that are doing these marches. Like I said, I have nothing against the marches. Let them do what they got to do. But when you're saying, we're coming for your children, I can't. Don't push it on us is right. Speaking of more sexual, stupid bastard that they are, look at this. This Epstein is not going away either. This Jeffrey Epstein and that stupid island they should blow up. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. U.S., the Virgin Islands, where he had his island, they gave him $300 million in tax incentives and waived the sex offend mandatory requirements. Jeffrey Epstein got away with this because people let him get away with this. This is J.P. Morgan, Chase Bank, funded this thing, gave him all the tax breaks. The last line here, folks, waived the mandatory sex requirements. He was arrested, put in jail. They said he killed himself. He was killed. His secretary, whatever, she's disappeared. But you don't hear nothing about these people. You don't hear nothing about these people. And you know what? There's not even one person they threw to the wolves. Usually in any of these Watergate or any of this stuff, there's always one or two people that get thrown into to the dragons, to the dogs. Because if somebody was to get thrown in, they'd have a list of names and they would bring down all of the politicians, society, Hollywood, everything. But when you have big companies like this backing these sicko bastards like this, J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, read the Bible, Dennis. It's just so sad. I don't even, like, another one, I can't phantom. That's another word, can't phantom. Suicides. I've known 2 people that committed suicide. I don't know how people can do it. There's so many ways to do it. Patricia says they've been, they being chased, J.P. Morgan should be held responsible. Thank you, Patricia. They're not, and you're absolutely right. who did all this, they should be definitely accountable for. We would. We would definitely be accountable for. No, that's the cover up. They're being protected. Suicides. Horrible way to go. Any way to go. Most people take poison. A lot of people shoot themselves. Some people throw themselves off a building. Some people throw themselves off a bridge. Some people stab themselves. Now, you heard about the man, the Texas man, who got close to the airplane engine and was sucked in. Now they're calling it a suicide. So this gentleman got before those propellers where the plane is and went in himself, commit suicide. Chopped him up. I just can't imagine when you see people trying to put a gun to your mouth and shoot. Drinking poison, probably the easy way out. Jumping off a building. But lunging yourself into the airplane engine? Dennis, I don't know if it's speaking my mind. It gets me in trouble sometimes. But you know what? I'm just talking from the heart here. I'm just talking from the heart. They must have sucked. Too soon there, Johnny. There you go. Horrible. And it's all part of this new craziness that's going on. How about Disney? Calling the Newsmax Disney. Lose $1,900 million Disney has lost in their last 8 studio releases, movie-wise. The Little Mermaid, Guardians of the Galaxy. This is according to the analyst, Valiant Renegade. An analyst said they lost $1,900 million. So these movies are not making as much money as they used to. Maybe because everything that Disney stands for. It's a small world after all. It's not like that anymore. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things, folks. Fred, how you doing, buddy? Lots of people when they're hit by a train and suicide. There you go. Fred, that's another one. They'll jump out in front of a train. Good point. I completely forgot that one. Fred, I hope you're doing well, man. Great seeing you guys on Saturday. You and Kathy at Taverna. Thank you, my friend. Crazy. Animal stories. I love animal stories. So let's throw a little something here. Scorpion. Scorpion can hold his breath for up to 6 days. Can survive without any food. Can survive a year without food. Scorpions. Can climb almost any surface, and it glows under ultraviolet light. Scorpions. Yesterday we talked about a horse. Today we talked about scorpions. Stella! What's up, buddy? Disney went woke. Oh, they went woke a long time ago. The heart speaks loudly. Boyd Zip is right. National Sunglasses Day, everybody. Let's say congratulations to our buddy Pietro Verone. He owns a restaurant, of course, Villa Verone in Geneva, Illinois, celebrating his 10th 1,000th day in business. Congratulations. Great place to eat. They used to have music, used to have entertainment there, but not anymore. 10,000 days straight. God bless you, buddy. God bless you. June 26, 1977 was the last concert that the King, Elvis Presley, performed. June 26, 1977. We're coming to the end of the hour, folks. Binny's Liquor Store celebrating 75 years in business. Congratulations to Binny's. Everybody goes there, buys their alcohol, buys some cigars there. Binny's. Congratulations. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We're coming to the end of the hour, folks. We got a busy week. Tomorrow, Rosario's will be, Rosario's with Double T, 7 o'clock out in the patio. Thursday, we'll be at the Flatiron Park in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Concert in the park with Jerry Jams and Bill Saratella of Ocean's Rat Pack. That's Thursday. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Jerry Jams, 8 o'clock. Saturday's a private event. Will be in Inverness on Saturday. And Sunday, my new rock band, Mojo's Jukebox, the American Fireworks Festival in Kenosha, Wisconsin, right on the water, 53rd and 3rd Street, 9 o'clock, rocking and rolling with Mojo's Jukebox in Kenosha. I'm excited for those shows. Love playing with Mojo's. And then I'll be taking off to Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin for some fishing, fun, sun, in the fun. You got it. Erica, I will see you Thursday. Stella, thank you so much, guys. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Let's not forget our last final sponsor again, Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville. You got to love our good friends from Ace. Absolutely. Don't forget to tell them to grill your ace off. Walk into these establishments, these fine 4 locations, say grill your ace off and get $20 off any grill purchase. That's grill your ace off. Ace Hardware. Download the Ace Rewards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. And also, folks, are in your Norwich area or around that neighborhood, folks, they're hiring. Join their team of friendly, helpful people. Full-time garden center manager. Wanted. Competitive pay, sign-on bonus, quality benefits. Stop in our store and fill out an application or contact Melissa at melissa@norwichace.com. That's Ace Hardware, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Well, guys, it's coming to the end of the day. I hope you guys we have a great guest on tomorrow. Don't forget Thursday. And Friday is my lovely wife, Laura's birthday. And Laura's going to be with me on Thursday on the 29th on the show. So we're going to have a lot of fun celebrating Laura's birthday. And guys, remember, the great words, it's very important to buy local and shop local. Come back tomorrow, same time, same station. And if I don't see you, make sure you guys have a nice 4th of July weekend. Go out, spend time with the family, go out, enjoy, explore, golf, swim, do whatever. Have fun. That's because life is too short, folks. Life is too damn short. Drink and be merry. Where's Mary? And folks, don't forget, be kind to everybody. It's a rough world out there. Let's try to make it better. And the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Peace and love, everybody. God bless you. And thank you for watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Nick Sahajas, the piano man, take us out, my brother. Take us out.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
See you later, folks. Have a great one.